Welcome to another Dazzle of Bedazzled with me, Zora Amin. After a spectacular opening of the Expo 2020 with world leaders, dignitaries and 11-year-old Meera Singh, who absolutely stole the show, the Expo is now finally open to public with glittering shows, culinary experiences, technology and music. We will bring you more of all of this during the coming weeks, but in the meantime, India's Commerce and Industry Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, is now in Dubai to visit the India and UAE Pavilion. Here are some excerpts from his short visit.
I'm really grateful that all of you could join us in Dubai during this very important visit. I'm happy to share with you that the excitement around increasing investments was across sectors.
The Arab region is one of the driest in the world, and at the 5th Arab Water Forum, over 600 delegates from 22 different countries tried to find unconventional solutions to make water easily available to the population in the region. Pledging their strong commitment to water security for peace and sustainable development in the Arab world, the delegations presented views from their respective countries.
This forum, it happens every 3 years, and the importance we can clearly see from the leaders for different countries and the industry experts that they were talking about what can really be done, how we can actually come with certain solutions, and what can we actually put together as an Arab world to overcome the scarcity of the water.
The Arab Water Forum is an occasion where all the Arab nations stand for water. We came here to show our solidarity to the community of the water defenders. We as SOAR are managing water infrastructure and serving water for more than 20 million people around the world.
If we look into the overall challenges and the water scarcity that we see, it's really not just an Arab world topic, but it's a worldwide issue. Arab countries represents around 5 to 6% of the overall populations worldwide. But when it comes to the water resource, we're less than 1%.
Very close to 400 million inhabitants with little water could be a big challenge. The Arab world is one of the driest regions in the world. It is a cooperation between the different countries and the exchange of information and the experience of the experts in the region, working together, bringing awareness among the populations so that they become aware of the problems and try to adopt solutions.
While we're on the subject, can one make water from air? Is that even possible? the water present in the atmosphere, couldn't this be the solution to the water crisis all over the world?
Essentially, we take air from the atmosphere and convert it to pure drinking water. This technology has been around for many a year in the form of condensation. We've managed to effectively put rain in a box. The applications for our technology are immense, and we're helping to save communities, economies, and our planet. Agriculture takes 80% of the world's water resources. So what we're able to do is give plug-and-play ability to remote locations. We can customize mineral dosing to improve the growth and the performance of our plants and our harvesting and our yields. If we were to take 1% of all of the water available in the atmosphere, we have enough to hydrate all of humankind, all the plants, the animals, and the fauna.
The whole process of a rain coming down is because there is condensation happening, evaporation happening in the sea, which takes it up, condenses the water, brings it down to earth. That whole process, we bring it into our machines.
This is water from the air which is being used every day. So it is the cleanest form of water you can ever drink. The innovation has always been there. If you go back in Netherlands, they use a various mesh technology to attract water vapor from the air. We're using condensation technology to use from the air. It is always there. It's a matter of awareness. People should know about it, that this is a concept available, and how expensive it is to acquire it at home is the most important thing.
We are very fortunate in the UAE. We have the perfect climate to do that. We have the 6th ocean in the atmosphere around us. The UAE is the 4th largest consumer of plastic water bottles in the world. The principle of our machines is to help remove plastic from the UAE and the surrounding countries via our machines for home, communities, work, offices, so they can switch from plastic and move to a new source of drinking water that doesn't damage the environment, like desalination, that removes plastic from our oceans, and that we can educate the generation of the future there is a different way to drink high quality drinking water except from a plastic water bottle. Be the change for the future and source our water from what the planet already gives us naturally.
So I was right. At least a part of the solution to the water problem lies in the atmosphere surrounding us. Let's take a quick break, and then we have dancers across borders right after, so stay with us. Dancers across borders will be journeying across India to promote dance, and over the next few weeks, we will be showcasing their journey exclusively on Bedazzled. More from the founder of DAB, Naina Tharoor.
DAB stands for Dancers Across Borders. DAB was started about less than a year ago on the 2nd of December 2020, the National Day of UAE. What better way to start something that actually attracts people and various artists from around the world, especially in the UAE, to come in and express their creativity freely through the world of dance. We are a movement, arts and dance studio, and we right now have about 240 students, and we train across 12 different styles of art forms from around the world. We also are specialized exponents in Indian and Western classical dance forms. Around the World with DAB is our latest sub-brand under the DAB umbrella. Like the name suggests, you're able to travel across borders and create your favorite dance memorabilia as dance covers. Season 1 was in Udaipur, where I had to travel with my student Disha, and we created over 9 different dance covers. We explored various cities in Rajasthan and did what we love the most, which is dance. Season 2 is coming up next, and 8 of our students are traveling together with me to Himachal Pradesh. We're going to be exploring Himachal and dancing our hearts out up in the mountains. Have you heard of destination weddings? Here we're talking about destination dance covers. You can travel to any part of the world and create dance covers that you can keep as memorabilia for life. Do you want to travel across the world and dance to your heart's content? Then join us. We're dancers across borders and we're located in Dubai. Dab with us.
I have always been in search for something different, for a different form, to extend my boundaries, to push my boundaries way beyond. That's when I came across DAB Profile. Fast forward for today, I'm a part of a beautiful team led by strong professional ladies, and I'm looking forward for the project in Himachal.
I'm super excited to be part of Around the World with DAB Season 2 at Himachal Pradesh, as we are pursuing different dance forms in this project.
Now being part of Season 1 Around the World with DAB, I'm also part of Season 2 in Himachal and now looking forward for Season 2.
Between work, home, kids, family, somewhere down the line you lose way of your old passions, and somehow I found my way back to pursuing my passion, reviving it rather. And today I'm so proud that I'm part of the Season 2 Around the World with DAB. And I'm really excited to be part of such an amazing team.
Associating with DAB is like a dream come true for me because it was very much aligned to my vision as a dancer as well. So I'm so proud to be part of this team, this enthusiastic ladies, and very excited to be part of the Season 2 of Around the World project. Looking forward very much to go through this.
I'm really looking forward for this Around the World Season 2 with DAB.
Theodore Roosevelt said, "Believe you can and you're halfway there." For the remaining halfway, let our experts guide you. Over to Shane Phillips and Peter Baker.
It's career tip time. And today we're talking about bad news. Everybody makes mistakes. You make mistakes in your personal life, and at some point in your career, you'll make a mistake in your job. And that mistake may cost the company money, customers, or some other bad result for the organization. The key message out of today is it's better to share bad news quickly rather than trying to cover it up.
And the key thing that you want to remember is that when you're bringing bad news, if there has been a mistake, come to the table with at least 3 solutions and probably rank those solutions from what we can do at no cost as a solution, what we can do with some cost, and what the kind of more expensive solution might be. And make sure you present these in context of what best practices are, or if you also have some examples what other players in the market may have done as a solution in this case.
So our lesson here is if you make a mistake, quickly escalate it to your boss or whoever is the relevant stakeholder within the organization. Identify potential solutions to that mistake, and one other idea of turning lemons into lemonade is actually documenting best practice. What have you learned from this mistake that's gone wrong, and sharing that with others in the organization. This is an opportunity to ensure that that mistake is not made institutionally by others in the organization.
So this is Shane and Pete wishing all
your dreams come true.
Web series or films, originals or remakes, want recommendations on what to watch? Let's hear the latest from Santosh.
Welcome to Watch Me If You Can. Today we're going to talk about the web series that has broken the internet literally. a South Korea-based internet provider has sued Netflix for the unexpected, unprecedented surge in traffic. And the series that we are talking about is none other than Squid Game. What is Squid Games? बचपन में जो हम लोग खेलते थे, hopscotch, langdi, these kind of games. In English, probably they have different names, which I can't remember now. But it is all these childish games that is translated into web series, far more violent, far more treacherous. Squid Game is about hundreds of cash-strapped individuals locked away in a remote island to play games, childhood games, to win 45 billion South Korean won, which is the equivalent of about 13 billion dirhams. Creator Hwang Dong-hoik had actually written the original script back in 2008, but he didn't find any takers. Hold on to 2008, I'll come back to that in a minute. Netflix found interest in the script in 2019 and the rest is history. In 2021, it's out on Netflix and it's breaking the internet. I said hold on to 2008 particularly because in 2007, there was an Indian film with a similar plotline called Luck. But unlike Luck or other films or series in the similar genre, Squid Game is all about childhood games, tug of war, marbles, hopscotch and similar games. If you're wondering how can childhood games be so brutally violent, for that you have to watch Squid Games. It is not for the faint-hearted, definitely 18 plus for the language and a few scenes that involve photosensitivity. It has stellar performances by the lead cast, Lee Young-jae, Park Hae-soo and Ho Ye-jung. But what is also interesting is the inclusion of an Indian actor, Anupam Tripathi, in a very important role. Anupam Tripathi is a Delhi boy who went to South Korea to pursue higher education and found interest in media. He featured in a small role in also Ode to My Father, which was remade as Bharat. Anupam plays the role of a Pakistani illegal immigrant who joins this dangerous game. While I say it's not for the faint-hearted, it is definitely a must-watch. It's far, far more gripping than any series that you've seen recently. For those who are not interested in so much violence, watch The Guilty, which has just one actor throughout the screen, Jake Gyllenhaal. The Guilty, streaming on Netflix, is directed by Antoine Fuqua, which is a remake of the Danish film of the same name. Jake plays the role of a troubled police detective who is demoted to a 911 call operator to save a distressed caller from a harrowing day of reckonings and revelations.
Yes or no, just yes or no answers, Emily.
I'm sorry, I have to hang up. Give me the phone right now. I'm gonna die.
Similar to Tom Hanks in Castaway or Sunil Dutt in Yadein, Jake is the only actor on screen throughout the film. All the others are voice actors.
You should pull the handbrake hard.
But if you wish to skip OTT and step out of your home, the Malayalam film Brahmam is playing at a cinema near you. What is Brahmam about? Superstar Prithviraj is playing the role of a blind pianist. Does it sound familiar? Yes, it is the official remake of the Hindi film Andhadhun, directed by Sriram Raghavan. This is the third official remake of Andhadhun, following Tamil and Telugu. What works for Brahmam is the inclusion of a lot of humor, unlike the original which had a lot of thriller element. Casting veteran Malayalam actor Shankar in the role played by Anil Dhawan in the original is a masterstroke. It is good to see that the makers have stuck to the original screenplay as much as possible. Do give it a look. It is out on Prime as well. I will see you next week. Until then, watch me if you can.
Well, that's about it for the week now. It's time for me to say adios, but please do not forget to share your valuable feedback on our social media handles. Bedazzled again, same time next week with me, Zora Amin.